bhavatu Sahanau bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. The verse number 65, second chapter. Prasade sarva dukkhanam anirasyopajayate prasanna cetaso hyashu buddhih paryavatishthate asti buddhirayuktasya naca yuktasya bhavanam naca bhavayata shantihi ashantasya kutas sukham indriyanam hi charatam yanmano vidhiyate tadasya harati prajñam ayurnavamivambhasi tasmad yasya mahabaho nigrihitani sarvashah indriyani indriyarthebhyah tasya prajña pratisthita anisha sarvabhutanam tasyam jagarti sanyami yasyam jagrati bhutani anisha pashyato munehe. So, prasade sarva dukkhanam. This is the verse. It's a very nice verse to begin with. You know, as jivas, as living individuals, we all have problems stemming from the mind, the body, the world. All these, we can categorize Adhyatmika and Adhibhautika and Adhidaivika. We can categorize, we can look at all the problems only in terms of the problems arising out of one's body, arising out of one's mind. Arising out of one's mind means arising out of one's attitudes, and problems arising out of the people around. That is called outside the body. The world around us is called Adhibhautika, elements. Adhibhautika. And Adhidaivika means, factors over which we have no control. Factors over which you have no control. Now, Adhibhautika also really, to an extent we have a control, but we have no control over. What happens around also we can tend to control, but the world around us also can define all our efforts to have control over it. The world can define our efforts. Therefore, Adi Bhautikam I have to live with. What I can't control, I have to live with. So we have to live with Adi Daivikam, like what we call rains and floods and quakes, and we don't know what all things just descend from heaven. We don't know. So definitely as individuals, one need not feel depressed about this statement. You don't have to feel depressed about it, because that is the truth. The truth is, we as individuals, we are definitely helpless. As individuals, we are helpless. We are helpless. Having discovered that we are helpless, then we should help ourselves in a way that can really help us. Anyway, Adi Bhautikam is something that the world around us is called the Adi Bhautikam. The past is no longer under my control. The past is not under my control. It is also Adi Daivikam. In what way will my past come back to me? I don't know. How will my past come to me? I don't know. How will my past of this life will come to me? I don't know. How will the past of my last life will come back to me? I don't know. I don't know. In fact, all the future that comes to us, a lot of it is nothing but the past coming back. A lot of future that we face, is nothing but the past. Is nothing but the past. When you go back to your house after the class, what are you facing there? The future or the past? If the house is there, then you go back to your house, and then you have a nice drawing room, cool home, all comforts. What are you facing? Past or future? Future. What do you encounter there? Only past. Because you have made it there. आपने बना के रखे हैं. आपने तो बना के रखे हैं. Therefore, a lot that we face, a lot that we think the future is nothing but past. That's why the wise men have said the right thing. Hey, take care of the present. It will take care of the future. Because what you do in the present alone will come back to us in the future. You don't create future in the future. We create future in the present. We don't create future in the future. We always create, whatever we do in the present. And then when it comes back to us, we call it future. Therefore, I don't know what I have done, the past of this life, I don't know, I don't remember. And just as there is past in this life, there is also past in the previous lives, and that past will come back to me. I don't know how will it come back to me. This is all called Adi Daivam. I have no control over it. There is uncertainty, and it is better that we accept it. That will create humility. Helplessness should create It is not even helplessness, it is wisdom about the actual situation. Understanding what is available. Understanding what is available. This is what is available. Now, this is Adidaivam. Then Adibhuta. When you look at the people around and the objects around, that also you can't have much control over. We can't have control over the people. We can't have control over our own children, our own cooks and drivers, our own people, whom we consider our own, one's own kith and kin, whom we call kith and kin. No control. This kith and kin, children, grandchildren, daughters-in-law, sons-in-law, friends, your circle of people, all these don't they have an effect on the mind? Sometimes they make you happy, sometimes they make you unhappy. This is what I want you to understand. They are not without an impact on your mind. Children leave an impact on my mind. Grandchildren, I think about them, leave an impact on my mind. Friends leave an impact on my mind. Whenever I think of the people, my own people, I am not talking about the outsider, just one's own circle around. Definitely, it has its sukham and dukkham, pleasure and pain. Either they bother my mind, sometimes they make me happy, sometimes they make me unhappy. Alright, if it is something over which we have control, then definitely we will always have the pleasure, we will try to derive the pleasure. But can we get the pleasure all the time? Can we command pleasure? Can you command pleasure from your children all the time? Can you command pleasure? Hey, you can't command respect all the time. What to talk of pleasure? Therefore, Adibhutam also is something over which we have no control. Adidaivam definitely we don't have control over. Adidaivam we have no control over. Adibhutam also we have no control over. And Adhyatmikam, body. You see, it looks as though we have a control over the body, but we don't have. One's own thinking, no control over. One's attitude, no control over. I'll give you an example of how one has no control over oneself. It's true. I know drinking is bad, but yet I drink. What does it mean? I have no control over it. Supposing I don't know that drinking is bad, and then if I drink, then I can justify it. But I know it's bad, but still I drink. What does it imply? Is it due to lack of ignorance or lack of control? ये तो आपको decide करना है. We should learn to call spade a spade. उसमें आनंद है. इस दुनिया में it is always better to learn to call spade a spade. It is always better to learn to face the truth. The truth is, if I do the wrong, knowing very well it is wrong, that means I have no control over myself. I have no control over myself. Duryodhana said, janamya dharmam nachame nivrittihi janami dharmam nachame pravritti. For once he spoke the truth. Duryodhana spoke the truth. Yes, once. And that too when he was talking to Krishna. It was so difficult for him to tell a lie in front of Bhagavan. This is something which you don't know. You better learn. Better know this event. It's not easy to tell a lie in front of someone who never tells lies. It's not easy. Did you hear? It is not easy to tell lies in front of a person who never tells lies. So Bhagavan Krishna never used to tell lies. Duryodhana, he could not tell lies. He could not really tell lies to Krishna. Do you know what he said? He spoke the truth. What did he say? Bhagavan, I know what is right. I don't know how. I can't follow it. I know what is wrong, but I can't avoid it. Why? Lack of control. We suffer a lot due to lack of control, understand. You rectify the small little problem in your day-to-day life. You rectify the small little problem. Have control over yourself. Even reasonable control, you get a lot of anandam. Have control over yourself, you get a lot of anandam. What is that control? What is the rupa-rekha? What are the looks of that control? Do what is right. Do what you see as right and avoid what you see as wrong. Say what is right and don't say what is wrong. Think what is right and don't think what is wrong. May my sister-in-law never recover from her illness. This is wrong, Don't entertain this thought. And what is the right thought? God, give her speedy recovery. Help her recover. Because everybody wants to be healthy. Nobody wants to go through the pain. That is the right thing. Wishing others well is the right thing. Therefore, wish everybody well. And cursing others, wishing others ill is not right. And don't entertain such thoughts. You will find suddenly you are happy, you are peaceful, I am telling you. When you think right, when you avoid wrong, there is no jadoo for happiness, understand? Supposing Swamiji, if I go to the Buddhistic temple every day, it makes me a lot of happy. It's all bluff. What are you talking? You are coming to a Swami and telling bluffs. You go to a Buddhistic temple and you come and bluff me, says, because Swamiji, I am going to the temple, I feel happy. I said, what? Wonky mind. Just because you go to a temple, you become happy. I say, if you go to a temple and you can become happy, the one who lives in the temple should be in heaven all the time. All those people who are in the temple, are they in heaven? They are all happy. Hey, don't let us not mislead ourselves. Let us not befool ourselves. Happiness is not so sasta that you visit a temple and you get that happiness. Or you change the place of worship. Instead of going to the temple, you start going to a church, you become happy. Or instead of reciting the Vedic mantra, you start reciting a Buddhistic mantra. By changing the mantra, you are not going to become happy. You are making the same mistake. Happiness is the result of being strict to oneself. May I not entertain the right thoughts, avoid the wrong thoughts. Speak the right words, avoid the wrong words. Do the right actions, avoid the right actions. You will find yourself peaceful. Satyam, truth becomes the source of happiness, not a change of mantra. Did you hear that? What did I say? Truth is the source of happiness, not change of mantra. Instead of saying Gayatri, you recite some Buddhistic mantra. Buddhistic mantra means what? Gayatri mantra is intelligible. And when it becomes the unintelligible, it becomes what? It becomes a Buddhistic mantra. Okay. Unintelligible. This is how we really mislead ourselves and waste time in life. And after a little while you will find yourself suddenly 60, 70 years. And you start panicking, my God, पूरा खत्म हो गया, कुछ मिला नहीं है. वहाँ पर भी जाता था बुद्धिस्टिक टेम्पल में, लेकिन कुछ दिन पहले ठीक ही तो था, लेकिन बाद में कुछ मिला नहीं. चलो फिर वापस उसी स्वामी जी के पास जाएंगे. वो स्वामी जी अभी जिंदा है, चलो चलेंगे उनके पास जाएंगे, उनके साथ बात. What is this wasting life? Gita is talking something sense. Your Vedic, what do you think about Veda? Don't ascribe to Veda the social problems. Because in society there are certain discriminations, etc. Don't attribute them to Veda. Veda is a pure literature. Veda is pure literature. Very beautiful, correct thing. What it is talking is the right thing. What it is talking is the right thing. And therefore, anyway, coming back to the point, Adhyatmikam, the body, the mind, this is called Adhyatmikam. I need to have a certain control to enjoy a moment of peace. And here also the world around, I can make an effort to control, but yet it's not totally under my control. Adi Daivam, definitely it's not under my control. Adi Bhutam, I can try from control. I should make an effort to have control over my body, my mind, my attitudes, etc. Therefore, in order to live with this body, in order to live with this mind, in order to live in this world, in order to live with one's past. Because when the future comes, as I told you, what we encounter is not really other than one's own past. Is it not obvious? Is it not the past that we are all the time facing? What I do yesterday, I face today. And what I do today, I face tomorrow. And what I do tomorrow, I face next day. In other words, what we do in the present, we face it in the future. Is it not Karma Siddhantam? Is Karma Siddhantam a belief? I want you to understand. Is Karma Siddhantam a blind belief or an experienced reality? Karma Siddhantam is an experienced reality. We are experiencing Karma Siddhantam. And therefore, in this world of body, mind, etc., Bhagavan Krishna here says, effort, take care of your effort. Karma. Karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. All that you have in your hand is right effort. Make the right effort. And even after making the right effort, well, one is not sure what is going to happen. Therefore, when the result comes, accept it as prasadam. A right effort and accept it as the result. Because when you do an action, it looks as though actions must bring me the results. Actions must bring me the results due to my actions. If my actions are perfect, the results must be perfect. If my actions are good, the results must be good. But sometimes I do good actions, I make a lot of effort, but I don't get results. For that we need to understand a small secret. And that is, sometimes we do action also, but the results become nullified by the past, which had. And therefore, you have to take it as prasadam. In fact, it has gone, it has been used up to neutralize the past. It's like money. You work for the whole month and you get the pay, and that is paid off. That pay packet that you get has been used up to pay off some debts. You are left with nothing in your hand. You get your payment all right. And the first of the month you get your salary all right. You get your salary all right, or you get some profit from your business all right, but it is used to pay off your old debts. So you are empty-handed. Can you say that you did not get anything? Can you say that you did not get anything? No, you got something, but it is used to pay off the debts. Similarly, in life also, we keep on making effort, the results come, they get used up to neutralize some past. Therefore, thus accepting the results as prasadam, and prasadam means it is coming from the law of karma. Now, I have to give you a small little vision about this prasada buddhi, why we call it prasadam. Why should I take it as prasadam? You know, we have a word called law, L-A-W, law. And we survive in this world, everything is really maintained, sustained by laws. These laws are called physical laws. These laws are not man-made, just as the universe is not man's creation. The universe is not man's creation. Similarly, the laws operating in the world are also not man's creation. If we are sitting down here, it is law. When we walk, it is again governed by laws. If we eat, it is all law. Digestion is all by laws. The whole survival is law. And simple word for it is causation. I want you to understand, I know it's tough. You are not used to this language, therefore you all find, because you are all used to only thinking in terms of Ramakatha. Supposing there is a talk in which Ram ji nahi hai, Lakshman ji nahi hai, Bharat ji nahi hai, Kausalya nahi hai, Kaikeyi nahi hai, then you get confused. What are we hearing? Are you able to follow? Ram ji nahi hai, Lakshman ji nahi, फिर क्या कहानी हो रहा है? स्वामी जी क्या कह रहे हैं? ये एक घंटा से सुन रहे हैं कि अभी तक राम जी का नाम ही नहीं है यार. Because we are all used to hearing these kathas. They are also very good. But this is Vedanta. Vedanta means, understand, survival is facilitated by the law of causation. Survival is facilitated by law of causation. When a person drinks, he loses his, somehow or other sense. He starts talking funny. What is it? Causation. Cause and effect relation is called causation. Cause and effect relation is called causation. Can there be an effect without a cause? Can there be an effect without a cause? That there cannot be an effect without a cause is whose law? Is it our law? Is it we made the law? There cannot be an effect without a cause is God's law. This whole creation is sustained by that law. We survive on that law. When you feel hungry, what do? You eat. Eating is the cause. Removal of hunger is the effect. You work for food and you get food. Working for food is what? Cause. and getting money or getting food is the effect. Now I am asking a question, can there be an effect without a cause? No. Therefore all that we get is an effect of our own efforts. All that we get is an effect of what we get, including God's grace. Even God's grace doesn't come without a cause. Even God's grace is not an accident. I pray for His grace, I get the grace. Now there is cause and effect relation. Supposing you don't pray for God's grace, you won't get grace. Definitely, there is no result. Therefore, it is necessary even to get grace, even to get God's help, you have to pray. And independent of the prayer, you don't get no effort, no result, no cause, no effect. Therefore, if we are all really, now supposing a person who has been poor and suddenly he makes effort and then he becomes rich. Which law did he make use of to become rich? Which law? The law of cause and effect. This Bhagavan Krishna calls so beautifully Parasparam Bhavayantaha Shreya Param Avapseta. The simple meaning is make use of this law and grow. Krishna says, make use of this law of causation and grow. You cannot grow except by making use of this law. Law of causation. Law of causation means what? Effort, result. Effort, result. Cause, effect. It's like, all families are sustained. So you give a smile and you get back a smile. What is it? What is it? Law of causation. I want you to say that. You give a smile to your husband and your husband also gives back a smile. Because he's in a good mood today. He gives back. So what is it? Law of causation. You give a frown, you get back a frown. What is that? Law of causation. In fact, as you do, so you reap. Is nothing but law of causation. Is it a new knowledge or a part of our scripture? This is all. That is what Krishna is saying. Now, what I want you to understand is this law of causation is not man-made law. This law of causation is God's law. Therefore, whatever result we get, it is governed by the law of causation. And the law belongs to Bhagavan. Therefore, if it is coming from the law, it is coming from the Lord. Therefore, every result is what? Prasadam. Every result is prasadam. I don't have to convert it into a prasadam. I have to discover it as a prasadam. When you go to Gangaji and take a dip in Gangaji, do you look upon it as cold or it is cold? स्वामी जी सोचना पड़ेंगे. ओ भी इतनी गर्मी है आजकल. When you go and take a dip in Gangaji, do you look upon it as cold or it is cold? It is cold. Not that you have to look upon it as cold. Similarly, every result you don't have to look upon as prasadam, it is prasadam. Every result is prasadam. We don't have to look upon it. Why? Because every result is governed by the law of causation. And law of causation is not man-made law. The law of causation is God's law. Therefore, what comes from, what is shaped by God's law is shaped by God. Therefore, every result that we get is what? Prasadam. Thus appreciating, not converting, appreciating every result as prasadam is called prasada buddhi. Appreciating every result as prasadam is called prasada buddhi. Krishna says here, if you can appreciate every result as shaped by the law of cause, which is nothing but the hand of God. It is God's hand. God's law is God's hand, shaped by His hands. I get every result, then there is right attitude towards it. There is acceptance of it. You don't frown upon the result. You silently accept, respectfully live with it. Respectfully live with it. And when I can respectfully live with what I get, am I peaceful or unhappy? If you can respectfully live with what comes to you in life, you are making the right effort, all right. You have been making the effort, all right. But still there is so much of past. The past also comes to me, and it may come to me in the form of dukkham or sukham, and if I can accept it as prasadam, if I can respectfully accept it, because it's mine, it's governed by law of causation. It's not an accident, it is governed by law of causation. I have done something and it comes to me. That is the answer to all your mental problems. Krishna says, prasade. Now look at the verse. It is all introduction for the verse. So much one needs to hear to look at the verse. Prasade. Prasade means what? In the prasada buddhi. You can underline and write down. Prasadam here means prasada buddhi. When you go to a temple, somebody gives you a prasadam. Actually it is nothing but kaju ka barfi coming from a Bengali sweet shop. Did you hear that? A kaju ka barfi which comes from, it is a neighboring shop. In fact, kaju ka barfi ko banane wala, the same shop owner, the same, somebody, you go and buy the sweet from the shopkeeper, you offer it to God and then give it to him. How will he take it? Prasadam. He will not say, after all, it's my own. मैंने तो बनाया था. No. Prasadam. Therefore, the thing remaining the same, the attitude is different. That makes it not prasadam, but prasada buddhi. It's not prasadam, means prasada buddhi. Therefore, when you discover, not even look upon, but discover. I want you to understand this point. Like, you don't look upon Ganga Jalam as gold, you know it is gold. You don't look upon Ganga Jalam as gold, it is gold. Did you hear that? Similarly, we don't have to look upon the results as prasadam. They are prasadam. In this discovery, prasade, sarva dukkhanam, sari dukkhon ka, sari manasik dukkhon ka, hanihi, destruction, disappearance, upajayate takes place. There is a destruction of, there is a resolution of all mental problems. There is a resolution of all mental problems in receiving whatever you get as prasadam, alongside making the right effort. You keep on making the right effort and keep on accepting the results as prasadam. These two things are very important. Keep on making the right efforts. Keep on accepting the results. There are two efforts. One is doing, the other is accepting. One is giving, the other is taking. In life, there is neither only giving nor only taking. There is always giving and taking. Therefore, when I am doing in the morning, when I am doing my duties, it is giving. When I am being good to my people, it is giving. When I am being nice to my husband and children, it is giving. When I care for them, it is giving. When I am being kind and compassionate, it is giving. And whatever comes, it is taking. Therefore, life is both giving and taking. Don't say giving and taking between two individuals. वो नहीं है. I give to the world and the world gives to me. I give to the creation and creation gives to me. Therefore, I keep on giving the best to the world. I keep on giving the best to God's creation. And I keep on accepting whatever comes as prasad. There is no resistance in giving and no resistance in taking. There is no hesitation in giving the best. There is no hesitation in accepting what God's law gives. Supposing I am ready to do the best and accept what comes, what is the problem? What problem? In mind there is no problem. You are peaceful. You are peaceful. Therefore, don't attribute happiness. Please don't attribute happiness. Please don't attribute happiness to huge, colorful situations. Situations don't guarantee happiness. Thinking guarantees happiness. How I think. My thinking alone is my security. Our own right thinking is our security. Our right vision is our security. Not really this, great grand situation with color and grandeur. That's nothing. If you have a huge house and Italian marbles and Iranian carpets, and the music of every musician, the alive and the dead, do you think that will guarantee happiness? You got the best music available, best cars, and drivers, cooks, everything, all estate. Do you think it will all guarantee your happiness? It's all nothing. It's too fragile. It's too, I'm going to say something. Don't get annoyed with me. It is not only fragile, it is irrelevant to happiness. Understand? It's not only fragile, but it is irrelevant. If it is your thinking, supposing in that situation, in that estate, if your thinking is good, if you are kind and compassionate, nice to your people, nice to the birds and animals, nice to other living beings, and you do your duty, and then you create harmony around you, and you take also whatever comes to you, you are a happy person. There also, it is not the situation that makes you happy, it is your thinking. It is your thinking. Even if a person goes to heaven, Indra is the king of heaven. I am going to tell you a nice story. Story means understand, don't imagine, don't have high hopes. It's a nice story. No, it's a Vedantic story. Indra, every human being craves to go to heaven and have a small one-room flat there. Every earthly human being craves and invests all his earthly resources to perform havans, etc., to go to heaven for a A one-room flat, DDA flat. That is why this joker, if you remember, Trishanku. Trishanku, have you ever heard? He was so uncomfortable on the earth, as if the earth is not beautiful. As if neither the earth is beautiful nor heaven is beautiful, you are beautiful. The one who is aware of the earth and heaven is beautiful. That is the truth. But anyway, this joker wanted to go to heaven, and he wanted to go in person, in this form, in flesh and blood. He wanted to go to heaven. And he went up the heaven. He went up to the heaven. And then there they didn't like him. He had plastic surgery and all that headache. They gave him a push, and he came down tumbling. Trishanku. This is a story just to tell human beings. Hey, heaven is no better than the earth. Heaven is no better than the earth. Nor heaven is the answer to your problem. Your thinking is the problem, is the answer. But anyway, coming back to the story, Indra, we crave to have a single room flat in heaven, and Indra is the man in charge of heaven. I want you to see that. We crave to have a single room flat in heaven, and Indra is in charge of heaven. Should he be happy or unhappy? Should he be happy or unhappy? He's supposed to be happy. If heaven can make you happy, then Indra should be very happy. If heaven can make you happy, Indra should be very happy. And Indra was so unhappy, and ultimately comes to Prajapati. I am so unhappy. I want to know this, I want to know that. Please tell me how to make myself happy. Please tell me. Then Prajapati teaches, and the teaching to Indra forms the last section of Chandogya Upanishad. I am giving you some information, better register. Prajapati giving lessons to Indra as to how to become happy forms the last section, chapter of Chandogya Upanishad. That is your scripture. And what did he teach him? Such a simple thing. Go and look into the water. Whatever you see is not you. Go and look into the mirror. Whatever you see is not you. He looks into the water, and what did he see? Hey Rama, log samajh mein nahi aa raha hai. He went and saw. He looked into the water. What did he see? His own body. He looked into the mirror. What did he see? His own body. Hey, what you see in water is not you. The seer is you. What you see in the mirror is not you. The seer is you. In this manner, he taught him how to discern between himself and what he is not. That ultimately enlightened him. What I am telling you is, neither heaven is the answer, nor the earth is the answer. How you think, the right thinking is the answer. That is what Krishna says. Prasade sarva dukkhana hanirasyopaja. In this context, we always think best results make us happy. Best results make us happy. Krishna says no. Best attitudes towards any result makes you happy. Bas itna hi fark. Best results make us happy. Krishna says best attitude. Right attitude is the best attitude anyway. Best attitudes towards any result makes you happy. What is the best result? What is the best attitude? Prasada buddhi. Prasada buddhi. Prasada buddhi with reference to every result makes you happy. And which is the best result? Tell me. Can you define what is the best result? Suppose you get 1 million, say best result. When your expectation is 1 million, and then if you get 2 million, then that is the best result. Supposing your expectation was 10 million and you got 2 million, then that means what? If it is better than our expectation, it is good result. Less than our expectation, then it is bad result. That means what? Krishna says that is not, even if you get something beyond your expectation, is not going to make you happy. Sometimes it is very risky. Suppose you get something beyond our expectation, a lot of people get cardiac arrest. Haji, you expected 1 million and suddenly you got 500 million. What will happen? Therefore, don't look for the best results. Best results, you can work for the best results. But when they come, have the best attitude. That is, prasade sarva dukkhanam hanirasyopajayate. Just another few minutes. Next slide will cover. It's very nice. Prasanna chetasaha. When your mind is cheerful. Prasanna means peaceful, cheerful. Prasanna chetasaha. A person with a peaceful mind. A person with an accepting mind. Take one thing, God cannot be unjust. Let this trust be there. It is not possible that God can be unjust. It is not possible that God's law can be unjust. See, if there can be an effect without a cause, that is called injustice. Can there be an injustice? Can there be an effect without a cause? No. Therefore, God cannot be unjust. Therefore, if I am getting some pleasure and pain, maybe it's there, my past. The seeds must have been sown for both the pleasures and pains. Respectfully accept, and in accepting it respectfully, it gets exhausted. In rejecting it, it lingers on. It lingers on. I am telling you, it lingers on. You accept it and go through it, and it just dies out. It gets exhausted. The best way of exhausting karma is respectfully accept it, go through it. How do you exhaust samma? स्वामी जी ये बात तो हम तो कभी सोचा नहीं है. How do you exhaust samma? Patiently go through it. Patiently go through it. It will build up your capacity. In fact, it will build up in you a certain capacity even to live with it. Therefore, when a person is ready to accept what comes, he is mentally peaceful and prasanna chetasaha. He ashu, the next line. Chetas means the mind. Prasanna chetasaha means the one who has an accepting mind. Accepting mind. Man who accepts whatever comes. Ashu, very quickly, before long, is called ashu. Buddhihi is mind. Paryavatishthate, abides on reflection. An accepting mind abides in peace. A non-accepting mind revolts, gets disturbed, and becomes really disturbed. It becomes frustrated. And therefore, suppose you don't accept. Your parents you don't accept. Your wife you don't accept. I wish I had another person, different person. I wish I had different parents. I wish I had a different husband. I wish I had a different wife. I wish I had different kind of children. I wish I lived in a different city. I wish I had different kinds of looks. Suppose this non-acceptance makes us frustrated. It doesn't abide. मोबाइल को स्विच ऑफ करके रहे. यहां पर तो केवल शास्त्र सुनना है, मोबाइल नहीं सुनना. And therefore, prasanna chetaso hyashu buddhi paryavatišthate. The meaning of this line is that a mind abides in peace when the mind accepts what life gives him, what the prarabdham brings. This is what we call prarabdha. Therefore, two things we have to remember. Think the best way. Talk what is right. Think what is right. Do what is right. And accept what comes as prasad. Merely accepting what comes as prasadam is not enough. Alongside you have to keep thinking the right, speaking the right, doing the right. Do the right in the present and go through whatever the past brings. This is what is called prasada buddhi. And prasada buddhi, what does prasada buddhi mean? Looking upon the results as prasadam or discovering them as prasadam? Discovering them as prasadam. And they are indeed prasadam because they are all shaped by the law of. Is Ganga Jalam, do you look upon it as water or do you look upon it as cold or it is cold? It is cold. Similarly, the results that come are prasadam. If you look upon it as prasadam, if it is not prasadam, if you look upon it as prasadam, you can't sustain it. Attitudes can't be sustained, whereas discoveries are realities. Discovery is different from a mere attitude. Attitude means, you look upon it. Supposing it is very, very cold, Ganga Jalam is very cold. Please look upon it as hot. Very interesting. Did you hear it? Ganges water is cold. Please look upon it as hot. Look upon it as hot. Even if you try to look upon it as hot, your perception that it is cold will overwhelm that attitude. Therefore, prasada buddhi is not an attitude. Prasada buddhi is a fact. Knowledge. That what we get is prasadam. That what we get is shaped by the hand of God. And what we get is shaped by the law of the Lord. Law of Parameshwara. It is shaped by the law of Parameshwara. Is a fact. And seeing it as a fact makes it prasadam. In that really we get mental peace. We'll continue this topic आराम से. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांतिः. हरिः ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरिः ओम. ओम तत्सत्. Thank you.